You've heard of a sapphire sandwich, but what do you call a watch that has sapphire in between that sandwich? Let me know down in the comments if you come up with anything for that one, because that is what we have in today's watch that we're going to be reviewing. There's sapphire on the front, there's sapphire on the back, but then there's even more sapphire because it has a sapphire dial. This is the Christopher Ward C60 Sapphire. It's a 600-meter diver, and it's a really gorgeous piece. Thanks for tuning into the channel today. This is the Town Watch. My name is Josh Town. We're about to jump into this review, but before we do, please give this video a like. Alright, let's jump in. Well, here it is, guys, the Christopher Ward C60 Sapphire. Just take a quick peek at it before we start talking about this gorgeous piece. Try and take it all in here for a second. I have been wearing this watch for a couple weeks now, quite heavily, so you might see some minor scratches here and there or some sweat, whatever it may be, but that is to be expected in this video today. Well, let's jump into the specs and features of this watch. You can see the long model number there. The movement is a Solita SW200. Crystal is sapphire on the front and back. Case material is stainless steel. Case diameter is 40 millimeters. Case thickness is 13.5 millimeters. Lug to lug distance is 47.3 millimeters as I measured it. Lug width is 20 millimeters. The band material here is this strap. That is both rubber and Cordura. We'll talk about that in a little bit later, but you can also buy this on a stainless steel bracelet. Water resistance is a very deep 600 meters, and the weight, as I weighed it on this strap, is 99 grams. Now, just in case you don't know about the Solita SW200 movement, it's a popular movement used in a lot of different watches from a lot of different companies. But it's a 26 jewel movement, beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It's hacking, it's hand winding, and it has a power reserve of about 38 hours. Let's jump into the design and durability of this watch. Overall, I think this is a really beautiful and rugged piece. I mean, you get the 600 meters of water resistance. I mean, what more can you ask for in a dive watch? The case is just gorgeous. It's Christopher Ward's light catcher case, and they call it that, I believe, because when you turn it, it has so many facets. It's multifaceted that it catches the light at any angle, and it's just a beauty to look at. Look at all the polished edges. You get brushing as well. The finishing is just top quality on this watch for sure, and it's one of my most favorite aspects of this watch, believe it or not, is simply the case. It's just gorgeous. It's got a cool case back. You can see it's got that blue sapphire crystal there as I put some nice smudges on it. See if we can rub some of those off. Nice blue sapphire crystal case back, unique style design for the screw down case back. Very nice. And I think the dimensions on this watch are perfect for someone like me. 40 millimeter diameter of the watch, the below 50 millimeter lug to lug, and the thickness seems thick at, you know, that 13.5, but really on the wrist I think it wears really nicely for someone with my size wrists anyway. You get a beautiful crown here. It's large but not too large. Nice deep ridges there, easy to get a grip on, screws down nicely into the case, as you can see, very easy to use. The bezel is something we have to talk about as well on this watch. It's really nice. I think the stainless steel insert is a good choice for this watch. I think it goes with the overall design. It looks great. If you didn't know, This portion here of blue, what looks like paint, is actually luminous paint. And so that's neat that they threw that in on the bezel. And of course the triangular pip there is also loomed. We'll take note of that again when we do a loom shot, but that's a nice touch to the bezel. I would have liked them to also loom up the numerals and the little tick marks here with that same luminous paint. That would have been nice to see, but that is not the case here. I do have to mention also regarding this bezel that there are some sharp portions. Now you're not going to cut yourself, but if you rub your finger this way downward across the bezel, this little edge here is quite sharp. You can feel that it's, you know, scraping little pieces of my skin off there. And then if you run your finger this way and you hit these little ridges here, those are also sharp. Now again, you're not going to cut yourself, but you can feel your skin catching on those portions of the bezel. So I just wanted to take note of that. The action of this bezel is really great. Let me see if we can take a listen to that. No real back play here, no real bezel movement, and just really tactile, solid feel to this bezel for sure. And you can get a really good grip on it with the very pronounced coin edge there. Really beautiful. Love the bezel on this watch. The crystal is sapphire. It's a flat sapphire. It does protrude out of the case, and there is a beveled edge to that. And the dial is, I wouldn't say all that this watch is about, but it is definitely a focal point of this watch, having that blue sapphire. It's definitely unique. It's definitely a conversation starter, a talking point about this watch, because there aren't many watches out there that have a translucent sapphire dial like this one does. But is it a selling point? For some people it might be, but for me it's not really a selling point. I think it's cool, but it's not like I'm going to go purchase this watch simply because it has a sapphire dial. But then on the other hand, I'm not going to not purchase this watch simply because it has a sapphire dial. I think there's a lot to love about this piece, but just to share some info about that sapphire dial from the little booklet here that comes with the watch. It says that the dial is made from pure lab-grown sapphire crystal. It's machined to a thickness of just 0.6 millimeters. It's backed with a layer of blue polycarbonate that adds a subtle, mesmerizing glow. Not only is sapphire crystal alluring, but its durability means it will continue looking perfect and unblemished for far longer than virtually any other material used for dials, including ceramic and enamel. So definitely high praise from Christopher Ward about this dial. But I want to hear what you guys think about it down in the comments below. There are other portions that we need to talk about this dial as well. Everything is well done. I mean, look at those indices, how well they're applied, and definitely pronounced out of the dial. They're raised up quite a bit. The hands are finished well. You get some pops of orange there with the second hand, and the chapter ring, some of the indices there as well, some orange. Just a beautiful, beautiful dial. Of course, you get the Christopher Ward over there at 9 o'clock. Some people hate that. Doesn't bother me. Then you get their Twin Flags logo at the 12 o'clock. Nice date window with a black background, which goes nice with this dial, I think. And you get a white frame around that. Beautiful, beautiful dial all the way around. Let's look at the loom. The loom on this is Super Luminova X1 GL-C1. So I'm going to charge it up and take a peek at it. Well, we charged her up for a little bit there, and you can see the loom coming through. The luminous paint up there on the bezel obviously isn't as bright as the rest of the loom, but it is a nice touch. and you won't have any trouble reading this if it's dark out. Well, moving on to the strap. On this version, it came with this blue hybrid. They have other options. I think they have one that has orange as well, and then they have the bracelet. But it's a nice, what seems to be a Cordura type material, and you get this rubber as well here for the adjustment, and then on the back side is rubber as well. Nice design, and it's made to be breathable as well. And you can see I've been wearing this for sure. But really comfortable, high quality, and right out of the box it was flexible. I've had some other Cordura straps in the past that were really rigid and would have taken a long time to break in, but this one, it seems to be broken in right out of the box. So well done to Christopher Ward. Signed buckle there, and very high quality strap in my opinion. You get the quick adjust spring bars, not quick adjust, what do they call these? Quick release, I think. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank on that, but anyway, those are there as well. The price on this watch with this strap is $910 US from Christopher Ward's website, and if you were to purchase this on a bracelet, it comes in at $1,030 on the bracelet. I'm going to get back in front of the camera and share my final verdict about this cool Christopher Ward piece. Although I wouldn't buy this sapphire sandwich with a sapphire center simply because it has that sapphire dial, I do have to admit that the sapphire dial is pretty unique. It's pretty cool. It is growing on me to be able to look down and see the date wheel, all of the numbers, and see inside the movement from the top of the watch. So I'll give kudos to Christopher Ward for doing that. They're not the first ones to do it, but it is a unique thing for sure. And I do have to say that as a whole, I've found this watch to be well made, high quality, beautifully finished. I think it's a rugged piece, and I doubt that you would be disappointed if you actually purchase this watch for yourself. So there will be links below if you're interested, not affiliate links. I do have to send this watch back to Christopher Ward, but I do thank them for sending it in for review. I really enjoyed spending time with this piece. Let me know what you think about this watch in particular, and Christopher Ward as a brand, how they're developing, and just the innovations that they're throwing into watches. And then also let me know what you think about sapphire dials in general. Do you like them? Do you not like them? And then, do you have a name for a sapphire sandwich watch that also has a sapphire center? Love to hear your thoughts on that. If you liked the video today, please let us know by hitting the like button. That really helps out. Share the video with your friends. We appreciate that as well. Thanks for tuning in today to The Town Watch. We'll see you next time.